Hey guys, how's it going? Happy Monday and welcome to my weekly astrological forecast. My name is Alex of Coyote Star Astrology. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're talking about the week of October 15th, 2018. Still here with a extreme lack of fire in the chart. We have a lot of water and a lot of earth, so things are very dense and very intense. We're still in the underworld as Venus is almost halfway through her retrograde tour through Scorpio. But yeah, as we discussed in the last video, fire element is what keeps us feeling hopeful and optimistic and uplifted. So when we have this lack of fire, we really have to put extra focus and attention towards staying optimistic because things can feel so dense and so emotionally intense. And we start out on Monday the 15th with a Capricorn moon, which of course is a more stoic, serious archetype. And it's going to be forming a sextile to Mercury and Venus conjunct in Scorpio, which of course is very intense as well. So when Mercury and Venus work together closely like this puts what's on our mind and what we feel like communicating very closely intertwined with our hearts and our emotions and our values. So this week, I feel there's going to be a lot of very intense communications. People are going to start feeling compelled to share more of their shadow work process that we're all collectively going through. Of course, this is also happening on a large scale. We saw a lot of secrets revealed last week. Of course, this is what Scorpio is about. Scorpio is about what's been long held beneath the surface being brought to the light. And Scorpio is also sex, so there's been a lot of sexual secrets. And last week's Sun square Pluto transit on Thursday, very, very intense transit, dealing with power and the misuse of power. We saw those in a position of authority last week try to hinder the process of secrets being revealed. We had a large number of independent news sources completely wiped from the internet last week. So yes, exposure and disclosure, it is going to continue throughout this week, I believe. We have the moon in Capricorn conjunct Pluto on Tuesday, which can definitely be more transformation, more regeneration. And then Wednesday, we'll have the moon go into Aquarius and square Venus and Uranus. So this is very interesting. This brings in this Uranian Aquarian essence middle of the week, which is the future. It is where we're going as a human race. It's the vision moving forward. It's also technology and the misuse of technology, AI. This is rebellion. This is revolution. So I think middle of the week, we're going to see more of this surge of conversations happening, particularly on social media as well, where people are starting to really reframe their value systems as a result of all of this information surfacing in regards to the authenticity of the people in power and the world that we're living in at this time, which is changing more and more every moment. And on this note, because this week deals so much with disclosure, more of it, and communication, I think that we really have to be mindful and remain personally responsible for what we're allowing ourselves to take in as far as information goes, and taking personal accountability, watching out for ourselves as far as how we're feeling as a result of all of this information coming in. Remembering that we can unplug if we need to. I do charts all day, and I can tell you that every one of us is so uniquely different with how we're equipped to handle some of this stuff. Somebody with a lot of fire in their chart, for example, with a lot of Aries, mental combat is not only comfortable for them, but sort of energizing, whereas somebody who has a lot of Pisces or Cancer element, who are deeply sensitive and empathic, there can be serious psychological repercussions if, we're being bombarded with information that we can't necessarily assimilate in the same way that someone else can. So remembering to check in with yourself, we really want to remain psychologically, emotionally, and spiritually strong right now, because we literally don't know what's going to happen. So remembering to unplug and remove yourself from the information if you need to. And on that note, on Friday, we're going to have Mercury trine Neptune and square to Mars. So when Mercury squares Mars, people are saying things very impulsively without thinking. And the trine to Neptune can make it difficult to know just how true this information is or how much we can depend on it, because Neptune is the planet of deception and fantasy. So there can be some delusion, there can be hysteria. So it might not be a bad idea to practice removing ourselves from information that is putting our nervous system in a negative state, and recognizing that we can also redirect towards more solution-based, optimistic types of information as well. We do have that choice. So exercising that, free will on what are we allowing ourselves to be subjected to and absorbing. So, and I'm talking about the collective a lot in this video, which normally I don't, because I feel like it's important, but I also, obviously this is micro macro, so this is also happening in our personal lives as well. There's going to be a lot of really important conversations had this week, I think. Again, deeply symbolic of these deeper karmic cycles. Once again, Venus retrograde is an 8-year cycle, so looking back to 2010, what kinds of themes were coming up then that are resurfacing with either people from the past or those that represent them, and situations that were happening back then. Things that are repeating or that are hauntingly similar are things that need to be karmically resolved, and we're given this opportunity, kind of a second shot, to revisit these things as our new upgraded selves, right? So yeah, there's a lot of codes and karmic keys. And then we have on Saturday and Sunday, we have a Pisces moon, which is going to add even more of this kind of watery, emotional, and deeply mystical energy. The Pisces moon will conjunct Neptune and trine Mercury and Venus in Scorpio. So yeah, a lot of depth to this week. A lot of opportunity for rapid transformation and growth. We're really diving into this underworld experience. We're really walking through the caverns of our soul, and some of these caverns have crystals and some of them have scorpions and snakes. It's pretty up and down and all over the place. I'm with you. I feel you and I understand. Trust me. On that note, my sessions have been off the charts, mind-blowingly powerful lately because of all this energy. It's been really fun to dive in with some of you guys, going really deep with your charts right now, because it's a really fun time to unlock some of these secrets from the past, looking at patterns, and solve some of these puzzles together. So if you've been feeling inclined to get your natal chart done and dive deep and want to do so, now's a really, really powerful time to put some intention towards that. So go ahead and email me. My email will be down below. And if you have liked this video, please do give it a like and a share. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Powerful times. Have a great week, and I will see you in the next video.